Hey guys, Cassie Garcia here with Sow and Grow Together, and today I want to talk to you about the pros and cons of free-ranging your chickens.
Hey, and welcome. We are three families who come together to help each other grow in our faith, family, homesteading, and whatever else life throws our way. Join us on this journey as we sow and grow together.
So if you do not live in town, if you live out far enough that you have the option of free-ranging your chickens, what are some pluses and minuses, and how can you best make that decision? We have free-ranged our chickens for about 5 years now, pretty much as long as we've had chickens, with some small time periods in between where we've contained them. We have free-ranged. Let me tell you some of the pros, some things that I really enjoy about that. Number one, your risk of parasites and other sicknesses go way down because you're not containing animals in a small enclosed place where the parasite load can really get ahead of you. So we have not had problems with sicknesses, very rarely, with our birds. So that's definitely a plus. Another benefit is feed. Our chickens get a lot of really great protein, all these things that they need. They're able to go out and forage for, and some breeds are better at that than others. Some more naturally tend to stay put and be a little lazier about finding food for themselves. Chickens need to have some grit. They find that out and about. They'll go down to the creek, they'll go down all around the fields, they'll go down by the road. They're finding grit to help them digest their food. They're finding places to have dust baths to also help with parasites. They are just free to find all the things that they need in the environment that we have for them. I love that. Another benefit of them having free range to find a lot of their own food is it cuts way down on our cost of feeding our chickens. So if there are times when money is really tight and we can't afford to just keep buying large amounts of chicken feed, I know that my chickens are going to make it. They're going to survive, at least by finding mostly what they need out and about. And then we provide kitchen scraps and anything else that we can. We use their own eggshells, and we heat them, grind them up, and put them out so that they have some extra calcium as well. And we can do that for low to no cost to us for our chickens. Now, that does not mean that they're laying at the optimal level. They definitely can go down in egg production if we are not providing enough of the protein and different things that they need for their body to create the eggs at the top peak level. We still get eggs, but sometimes not as much. So let's talk about some of the cons of free-ranging your chickens. Definitely one would be predators. Because they are loose, we have in our area, we have sometimes foxes. One year we lost almost every single chicken just one day at a time with a fox that had some babies nearby, and was just, once they found it as an easy food source, middle of the day, they would catch a chicken and just eliminated them one by one. Hawks fly around our area, and I've had to chase hawks off of my chickens if I've noticed them, and I know we've lost some to that. We could have coyotes around here. At nighttime, there's a lot more predators as far as raccoons and possums and things that have eaten our chickens, or killed them at least. When you free range, you can still lock them up at night. You can still train them to roost in a certain spot. We have found that after a while of being free-ranging, sometimes they will tend to start roosting in trees nearby. We have a lot of trees behind our coop. So we will sometimes have to almost reset them to remind them where home is, where we'll lock them in the coop in the small run, make sure to give them extra food and water and everything. And anytime you change a chicken's environment like that, you're probably going to get a drop of egg production, and that's just because things are unknown. It causes stress, and they tend to lay a lower amount for a while because of that, and it pops back up. But we will occasionally lock them up to remind them where home is, so that we can at least lock them up at night when the worst of the predators are here, so we can kind of combat that. Another thing is chicken poop. Everywhere. There's chicken poop everywhere. And when the hens know that we come out bringing food for them, yeah, they are ready at the door. We have enclosed our yard with our garden and our front door in a fence that they can't really get in unless we leave a gate open. And that has helped immensely. So we don't have chicken poop right outside our door because we were getting flies. It was awful. And who wants to step on chicken poop when you walk outside your door? No. And then if we want to grow a garden, the chickens will come in and kind of mess with any seedlings, especially. They will eat the tomatoes or whatever other vegetables we have in there. So it really is not ideal if you're having a garden or anything like that. Flower beds even, they would want to have dust baths in my flower pots and in my flower beds, so it is not optimal for that. Another con to raising chickens free range would be the questionable egg laying. When they stop laying or when the production goes way down, I don't know, are they eating? What are they eating? What are they having access to out there? What are they making available to themselves? I don't know. Also, are they finding a place to hide out and lay eggs? Because we found some, and I'm sure there are many places we have not found. We've got the woods right behind us. They could be going up the mountain and just laying anywhere, and I am not getting the eggs that I bought them for. So there's a little bit of a trade-off. Yes, we're paying less to feed them, but we are also not getting as much food and benefit out of those chickens. So you have to really weigh that for yourself. And we've done a little bit of both. We are actually in the process of making a change because for us, circumstances have changed a little bit, and we now want to keep our chickens contained in a run. There are two options that we consider for containing our chickens, and one would be a mobile area with a like a Justin Rhodes style chickshaw that you move, and a movable, maybe electric fence would be the easiest option there. And the other option is a stationary run, but one that we keep adding bedding to, mulch and different things like that, so that it has that, Joel Salatin says, carbonaceous diaper, where you keep adding carbon to it and you don't get the smell, things decompose nicely, and that keeps the run more sanitary. What we do not want is our chickens on just bare dirt, because you're going to have trouble getting any kind of microbiome going on there because everything's just scratched bare. So we want to keep adding things. We want to keep adding different kinds of material that will biodegrade, and then eventually we will not only get the eggs from them and anything else, we will also be getting really great compost for our gardens from that area. So it's kind of a double whammy. So we have decided to try that. We've got a couple different approaches, and we're going to just see what works best for us. So what I'm looking forward to is, one, maybe getting my landscaping back. We have been able to keep them out of the garden area, but as far as like the landscaping and any flowers going on out there, between the goats getting loose and the chickens being loose, yeah, it just doesn't happen. So I'm really excited about getting them contained and having that option. Also, we have lost a chicken just this week to not really sure what, but we think that we could possibly minimize predator damage by containing them and making sure they're locked up at night. Also, because we have had a lower egg production, I want to make sure I know what's going into them, what's going into their feeding area that they have immediate access to, and I want to know that I can see where they're laying their eggs. So if I know those two things, those are some variables I can pay attention to and know, are my chickens laying out in the woods and I'm just not getting those eggs? Or are they nutritionally not getting something that they need to make them lay optimally? So that's something that we really want to start paying more attention to. There's been some really cool ideas on how we can help supplement their diet besides just buying commercial grains like from Rural King or Tractor Supply or something, or even a local feed store. If you can buy from a local feed store, that is awesome. But really my goal for our family and our very small homestead home is to make something cost efficient for us and healthy for our birds. So what is the best source of protein and all these other things that my birds need to get optimal laying without us spending the extra money and buying things that are heavily processed, because we want to eat more organically and holistically, and we also want that for our animals. So let me show you what we've got so far. So here I am inside of our garden enclosed area in our backyard. And inside of that, I can get to my egg boxes, and that's been so convenient and so amazing, and I'm honestly gonna miss that. But we have other plans for this ginormous chicken coop. Okay, I don't even know. It is huge. Now, it was the first farmy thing my husband built for us, and it has been amazing. All right, come here. Make sure all the gates are wide open, even the other one. Okay, you got it? And say, here chickens. And here begins our attempt to move 15 hens from where they are used to being fed on one side of the fence through the inside of our garden area and to the other side. And they were obviously very distracted by all the fun things in the fence.
Here, chickens!
Here, chickens!
Come on, chickens! Here, chickens! Alright, keep coming so they don't get scared. Oh, hold that door open. Here, chickens! Come on, chickens! It took us quite a while to get all of the hens in here. We got a good bit of them in at the very beginning here, and then just kind of had to round up the rest of them. And that was fine.
not quite the middle,
The
but
kids had a lot of fun trying to bribe them with food and the feed bowl and chase them and catch them, and it was just all kinds of fun.
come on, go around. You can do it. All right. We're gonna have to open it wider so they can get in. All right, close that door and until we get another one.
Carry him in here! Now the other one.
Unfortunately, even after we got all the chickens in here, that wasn't the end, because then they found any weakness in the fence, which we had to go around and repair along the bottom of the fence. They also, some of them needed their wings clipped so they couldn't fly over. So after about a week, we were keeping them almost always in the fence.
No, not so fast. Go, go. Yeah.
So they can get in their new house.
Yeah. See?
Okay.
We're going in here.
No.
One more in.
Well, no, they don't want to go in there yet.
Oh, did you see one go on though?
This coop is just made from material we had laying around. We did buy the hardware cloth in 1 inch so the poop would easily fall through it to the ground, and then we'll be moving it on these old wheels that we got from old broken wheelbarrows. So we just kind of use what we have, and I think it's gonna work.
Here, Gabe.
Wheel. Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna go around here. Gabriel. No. Get back in.